Who doesn't love a huge, showy flowering shrub? You know, the ones that create a statement as large hedges, mass plantings, or even as a single specimen. These shrubs are well known and your customer can oftentimes ask for them by name. But what do you do when they ask for a cultivar that they absolutely love, only to find it will not fit into their garden space? Suggest something smaller. Whether their garden is miles of acreage or in a container on a patio, this video will first highlight some beloved big and bold shrubs and then their small and mighty counterparts. Let's get started. Forsythia really do herald the coming of spring. Their early blooms of vibrant yellow are a welcome sight after a long, cold winter. Most forsythia are large statement pieces, but there are choices for smaller spaces too. Both complete their spring flower show before many other plants have even cracked a bud. Show-off forsythia creates an unparalleled spring display on a 5 to 6 foot habit. Selected especially for its extremely dense flower bud set, this easy care shrub is a handsome full specimen plant with little to no pruning. Show-off Sugar Baby Forsythia is a true miniature selection that delivers more flowers per inch to create an outstanding spring display. At just 2 to 3 feet, it's a very compact dwarf plant that provides lots of spring color in a very small space. Speaking of spring, lilacs are another favorite early season flower. Their delightful scent and beautiful blue flowers are a favorite for cuts, and their old-fashioned charm always seems to be in style. The Bloomerang Lilac series has some delightful re-blooming choices in full-sized and dwarf cultivars, but today let's take a look at a couple of Proven Winners lilacs you may not be as familiar with. Selected for its exceptional fragrance and bloom color, Scentara Double Blue Lilac creates an unforgettable spring display that your customers crave. Very large flower clusters are made up of lavender blue double florets and cover the 6 to 8 foot plant in spring. Good resistance to mildew, long-lived and easy to grow, this is the old-fashioned lilac you remember from days gone by. An improved version of Miss Kim, Baby Kim Lilac has darker purple blooms that do not fade to white. Truly small but mighty, it naturally grows as a 1.5 foot to 2 foot tidy and appealing little mound with lots of flower power. Great fragrance, disease resistance, and superior landscape performance to boot. Everyone loves the sweetly perfumed flowers of Buddleia, or butterfly bush, especially pollinators. They can be planted in full sun, are drought and deer resistant, and super low maintenance. Here are 2 choices that will fit in most garden spaces. Miss Ruby is an award-winning butterfly bush, noted for its remarkably vivid, deep pink blooms. Every plant in the Miss series of Buddleia measures 4 to 5 feet tall and wide, and come midsummer they are covered in fragrant flowers in super saturated hues. They're also non-invasive. Suggested uses are dramatic hedging, foundation plants, and specimens. The Pugster series of Buddleia almost fits into the big and small categories. Huge, sweetly scented blooms cover this dwarf plant in midsummer. The newest of the bunch, Pugster Pinker Butterfly Bush, supports boldly colored, deep pink blooms on a tidy 2 to 2.5 foot rounded habit that can be tucked into a garden, planted along the border, or popped perfectly into a container. Smooth hydrangeas are a beautiful choice for any landscape, and because they're native, they're especially suited to North American gardens and landscapes. Robust and easy to maintain, these hydrangeas have become a staple of most gardens. However, old varieties had weak stems that tended to flop under the weight of their big white fluffy flowers. Well, we've changed all that with our line of smooth hydrangeas that, whether big or bold or small and mighty, hold their flowers high above the plant in all weather conditions. There are 10 cultivars of smooth hydrangeas in the Proven Winners catalog, but let's take a look at 2 of them. Reaching heights and widths of 4 to 5 feet, Incrediball smooth hydrangea is a powerhouse of a plant that not only has strong, sturdy, supportive stems, but also extra large flowers. On mature plants, they can become as large as basketballs. Blooms start out white and age to a beautiful jade green through the summer and fall. Incrediball makes a stunning hedge and completes any natural garden setting. Invincibelle Wee White Hydrangea's sturdy compact frame reaches just 1 to 2.5 feet tall and is covered in pure white mophead flowers from summer to fall. You could call it a dwarf version of Annabelle, but that wouldn't quite do it justice, as it also boasts very sturdy stems that never flop and the ability to rebloom, producing fresh flowers all summer. Perfect for patios, as edging, or in garden groupings. The granddaddy of all hydrangeas is surely the Panicle or paniculata species. You've seen them towering over the garden at 6 to 8 feet tall, supporting their large, impressive summer blooms. Proven Winners Limelight Panicle Hydrangea has become a household name, and there's also compact versions of this garden favorite, such as Little Lime or the new Limelight Prime Hydrangea. But today, we're going to review another classic hydrangea paniculata and a tiny tidbit that holds its own in any garden setting. The classic Firelight Hydrangea Paniculata has really become the standard by which we measure all hardy hydrangeas. We selected this easy-to-grow hydrangea for its huge full flower heads and sturdy strong stems. Its upright blooms emerge creamy white and age to a vivid red for lots of summer color. A bold garden statement, to be sure. It measures 6 to 8 feet tall and wide at maturity, and it makes a great cut flower, fresh or dried, and can be used as a hedge, specimen, or incorporated into flower gardens. For folks that just can't fit a Firelight hydrangea in their landscape or just want to use more hydrangeas in different garden applications, we developed Firelight Tidbit Panicle Hydrangea. Packing a lot of color on its petite 2 to 3 foot frame, the late season blooms emerge a bright lime green, transition to white, and quickly take on hues of dragon fruit pink. This is a perfect little front of the border or container hydrangea, and it can be paired beautifully with annuals such as Supertunia Vista bubblegum petunias. In fall, Firelight Tidbit Hydrangea continues the color show with a nice display of orange-red autumn foliage. When summer has been around for a while and other plants are starting to feel the heat, Rose of Sharon takes the stage. Known for their enormous, vase-shaped habits, these shrubs are covered in blooms for weeks from mid to late summer. They are a welcome sight in the heat of summer. And now everyone can enjoy them in their gardens no matter where they plant or place a pot. Extra large or cute and compact, these choices are sure to please. The Chiffon series of Rose of Sharon is distinguished by its elegant, rounded habit, floriferous nature, and anemone-like double blooms. There are 5 colors in the Chiffon Hibiscus series, but today we'll shine a light on dark lavender chiffon. With flowers that are improved, richer, darker lavender color, this low seed set and long blooming Rose of Sharon is a true statement piece, growing at 8 to 12 feet tall and 6 to 10 feet wide. For those that don't have space for a 12-foot shrub, Poly Petite Rose of Sharon is the perfect choice. This dwarf hybrid has a very low seed set and generally grows as a rounded ball at just 3 to 4 feet tall and wide. Lavender flowers contrast with deep dark green foliage, bringing that same refreshing midsummer color to smaller garden spaces. The landscape trend of smaller, more compact plants that offer your customers alternatives or companions to the large ornamental varieties we've come to know and love isn't going away anytime soon. And these are just a few of the big and bold and small and mighty options available. For more ideas, go to the advanced plant search at provenwinners.com, where you can sort by plant type, habit, uses, and more.